All right, friends, happy Thanksgiving to you. Aaron here bringing you your horoscope for the 28th of November, 2019. We've got an awesome day ahead of us here, right? We've got the moon meeting up with Jupiter at the 29th degree of Sagittarius, okay? This is the last 5 days of Jupiter home in its sign of Sagittarius, right? Really expanding our conscious mind, absorbing more knowledge, really feeling a lot, trusting our faith, trusting ourselves, our process, and our journey, right? Trusting our past, trusting the future, trusting that we're exactly where we need to be at the right time. And our emotional moon, right? Earth's natural satellite, staying close to home, okay? Meeting up with King Jupiter at the 29th degree, which is about blessings, right? The spiritual guru blessing everyone. Amma hugging everybody, if you know who Amma is, right? This is the Pope blessing, this is, again, this is just blessings from the higher spiritual self, for everyone, okay? Blessings for everyone at the 29th degree of Sagittarius. Like, and a job well done, congratulations. Look how far you've come. Look how much progress you've made. Look where you are in your life now. Attaboy, attagirl, right? So it's a lot of blessings, and the moon's meeting up with Jupiter and expanding our heart, expanding our nurturing feelings, which is an awesome time. So that's going to happen around 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here. So it's going to happen either late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. And a lot of people like to get together late Wednesday night to go out and celebrate with friends, since most people have the day off on Thursday. So it's a great time to reminisce, to be jovial, hanging out with our friends, our family, and just an all-in-all time to be happy and living in our abundance and the gifts that we've received from the universe, right? So it's a very beautiful day. Then as the day progresses, of course, the moon's going to move past that 29th degree. Jupiter will be there for 5 more days until Monday, later on Monday. So then the moon gets to move into Capricorn, okay? It's a detriment sign of the moon, but it gets detriment, meaning it's one of the weaker spots for the moon to be, as it's focused on, more work. But on the exciting thing is it gets to hang out with Venus, all right? So the moon and Venus get to meet up at 3 degrees of Capricorn, which is about building natural structures, building our canoe that's going to, building our canoe of natural resources that we're going to be able to push out and continue our journey with the community, okay? So it's so fantastic that this is all happening and lining up on a day where we're getting together with family, that we get to, or family or friends, and we get to, we get to cook, and we get to clean our food together, put our energy in those vegetables and fruits and meats or whatever you're having, and create these big dishes and come together as one. Come together as community, come together, breaking bread. Speaking of breaking bread, we've had this grand water trine up there in Scorpio, and it's been going on since October, right? The isosceles triangle is the safest structure in nature, the strongest structure in nature, as all the sides push into each other, and it creates strength, okay? So the connection that's been happening with the Mercury, the Mercury over in Scorpio, Neptune in Pisces, and the North Node down there in Cancer. All right, so it's when we're dealing with any sort of a trine, what's it happening in? It's happening in a water sign, so this deals with our emotions. This deals with the non-physical aspects of life, right? So we can be, not only is the connection a positive on one side, as Mercury, our mental thought process, our communication, gets to meet up with our nurturing aspect, the down here, like taking care of others, we want to take care of others, take care of ourselves, and appreciate, right? Be compassionate, of course. So that's a beautiful aspect. And then meeting up with our dreams and our imagination, which is Neptune and Pisces, right? So it's just like, why do we come here? Who are we? What's going on? If we can set aside, whatever's happened worldly, and get back down to who we are and our basic needs, or not even basic needs, but our dreams. Like, who do I want to be? Not who I've been, Like who Aaron has been to who Aaron is two very different things, right? So it's like, okay, each day is taking a step further in the direction of the person that I want to be, not the person I was in the past. Okay, now this Scorpio season has brought up a lot from our past, and that's extremely important going into this holiday, going into this Thursday. It just happens to line up this way, that we get to separate, or at least pay attention to, because this trine has broken. Let me show you the chart here. This trine is broke. So we still are, the grand trine, has broke. So Mars is still trine to the north node, Mercury is still trine to Neptune, and Neptune is still trine to the north node. But as you see here, there's this gap. Okay. So although they've been positive and it's an easy flow of energy, these trines, it can also be closed off. Like nobody's getting in here, and that's been necessary for us to work on ourselves during the Scorpio season, during the shadow work season. Okay, it's been important that we maintain focused on our own emotional energy and whatever we have to fix and do without the necessarily outside influence, right? So that being the case, when we get together with individuals on this day, okay, there can be things arising from our past that we are changed people. We're not the same people we were a month ago to 2 months ago to 6 months ago to last Thanksgiving. We're certainly not the same people that we were last Thanksgiving. And if you just want to stop, pause this and think who you were last Thanksgiving, and to give thanks to yourself for the beautiful journey that you've embarked upon, to the person that you are right now. I'll wait. It's been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ride. So we're no longer the people that we once were. So we're going to experience things that are in a similar light, a similar sound, a similar color, a similar taste, And it's important for us to recognize and understand that we're no longer the same person that we were. And although this might be similar to something we've experienced last year, something similar to we've experienced years ago in the past, it's just simply not the same thing anymore, because we have grown, we have evolved, we have changed, and so have the other person, right? So it's very, very important as we recognize that right now, because the other element here in this, so again, that break means it's not as closed off, okay, which is really important. It's not as closed off as it once was. So now this communication, it's like the flow of the water is no longer a pinched hose, right? Where here it was just kind of safe and guarded when we had the trine, as beautiful as an aspect as it is and was. But now with it breaking, again, it's like the hose is unpinched, and now it flows even greater because we're allowing others in. We're allowing others in. We're allowing that communication, our mental thoughts and our dreams to come into one, And then we have the sun here. The sun at 6 degrees is like getting struck by Cupid, okay? It's a very loving, very, very loving part of the zodiac, okay? And we are overwhelmed with love, overwhelmed with beauty. Our hearts are expanding full of joy. And with this, new love, romantic love and whatnot coming into so many individuals' lives, that obviously is not, that doesn't account for every individual, of course, watching this. Not everyone just fell in love in the past few months or whatever it may be. But, it's just like we might experience, new parts of the family coming in. Like a cousin has a new wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever it may be. The son, the daughter might have a new boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse coming in to meet the family, right? So whether we're the parent, we're the child, or whoever's bringing somebody in, it's like our family is growing. And we get to experience this love and expand together with new people, new faces, a new appreciation for where we've been, a new appreciation for who we are and who is in our circle, right? And giving thanks. I mean, this, again, the fact that this is happening on Thanksgiving, come on, universe, it's just like this stuff is so connected. It's absolutely beautiful to be a part of it all. And it's reminding as well, like what was once just a match in our hearts is now a bonfire, and to keep that fire expanding and expanding our love, expanding our relationships, and expanding this connection between family and friends on this beautiful day, creating, the moon and Venus meeting up, our emotional needs with our emotional wants in the very structured sign of Capricorn. It's just like we get to create something from nothing. Or what was just this, what was once just a mushroom and just, some celery and asparagus, and this is now becomes this delicious soup that nourishes us, right? So we're creating something together as the community that's going to nourish us and feed into our personal expansion. And that all of the work that we've been doing is like a layer of turtle wax on our car, that keeps it shiny and new even when the rain or thunderstorm starts coming up. So again, like dealing with the stuff from the past, we won't react the same way that we did a year ago, 6 months ago, 5 years ago, whatever it may be, because those things can still come up. Mars is still working through the shadow. Mercury's still working through the shadow, right? So things can come up, but they're in a different light now. And we respond differently. We think about it differently. We communicate about it differently. We feel differently about it. So this is a very, it's a great day, as always, and it's, again, the blessings from the universe, the blessings from this higher source, this higher power, this higher being, coming down and shining on us, not only today, but for the next 5 days. The break of the water trine, allowing everything to flow, our emotions to flow more naturally and easily without having to be guarded, okay? Coming together to create something with others. It's just absolutely a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful Thanksgiving, and I am very thankful to share this with you. Thank you for sharing it with me. This has been a beautiful journey, and it's going to keep on going. So thank you very much for all, your kind words, comments, the support over the nearly year that I've been doing this now. So thank you, and have a very happy Thanksgiving to your friends and your family. We'll see you tomorrow.